Hold up. You thought Rasheeda was the victim in this love and hip-hop soap opera. Oh baby, not so fast. While she was out here throwing daggers at Yandy for allegedly spilling secrets about her marriage, Tasha K just pulled the biggest no-waivers card in reality TV history. And let's just say Rasheeda's hands ain't clean either. What if I told you the same boss chick yelling betrayal on camera was allegedly running her own shady operation behind the scenes? Leaked messages, secret meets, whispers of clout, farming with the producers. Oh, it's juicy, and it's messy. Tasha K didn't just spill tea. She brewed it, labeled it, and poured it over everyone's lace fronts, from fake friendships to side sabotage. This saga's got more twists than Kirk's Instagram DMIs during Father's Day. So, buckle up, because this ain't just another catfight. This is reality TV warfare. And when the receipts are this hot, somebody's about to get burned badly. Now, the question is, who's the real snake here? Rasheeda Yandy, or is Tasha K playing for the Department of Homeland Security with everyone? Stay tuned because the truth's about to come out. And baby, it's scandalous. So boom, you thought love and hip-hop was just about wigs, weddings, and wild Wednesday night drama. Wrong. What we've got here is a full-blown reality war zone. And the queen of chaos herself, Tasha K, just set the whole damn thing on fire. Guess who's choking on the smoke? Rasheeda Frost. Yep, the boss chick. Mispressed ATL, the same woman who's been crying through Kirk's never-ending side baby saga, just pulled the trigger on Yandy Smith, and baby. The bullet ricocheted, because in a plot twist no one saw coming, not even Mona Scott Young in her wildest dreams, Rasheeda, after dragging Yandy through the mud over her alleged sneaky behavior with Mendeecees, ended up exposing her own hand, and it's messier than her marriage receipts. Let's rewind the circus, shall we? At the center of this betrayal buffet is Yandy Smith, the queen of calm edges, curated quotes, and composure so smooth it should be illegal. Then there's Rasheeda, who's been dragging Kirk like a carry-on suitcase for 10 seasons straight. And finally, the one and only Tasha K, the internet's unofficial federal agent. Sipping tea so hot her phone's got steam damaged down. Now, here's what went down. Allegedly, Yandy had been pillow talking with her side dude, not just about Mendeecees, not about her brand, not even about her business, but about Rasheeda's deepest, darkest secrets. And not just random tea. We're talking off-camera combos, family drama, boutique beef, and stuff so private even Kirk probably didn't know. And how did this all leak? Enter Tasha K. Miss, I got the receipts. Miss, I ain't scared of nobody. Miss, let me go live real quick. She didn't just tell the streets. She practically hosted a TED Talk with screenshots, voice notes, and alleged mise-en. Yes. We say alleged with a side eye so big it needs its own Instagram. For context, Rasheeda and Yandy were supposed to be the ride or die of the reality world, the sisterhood of the traveling bad decisions. Matching events, birthday posts, joint panels, the whole boss babe starter pack. But behind the glittery filters and fake hugs, this sisterhood was rotting like a leftover press-on nail in a sauna. According to Tasha, while Rasheeda was out here defending Yandy's spiritual marriage and crying over Kirk's 9th midlife crisis, Yandy was laughing not just behind her back, allegedly right in her side dude's arms. The same man who, by the way, popped up out of nowhere like a glitch in the storyline. One week he's a ghost, next week he's got a PR team and an invite to the reunion. Make it make sense. But here's where it gets wild. The fans ate it up, like it was Sunday dinner. Comments started flying. Rasheeda's been too loyal to be treated like that. Yandy's always been slick with her mouth. Now we know why Tasha K ain't missed yet. She needs a Netflix talk. And honestly, they're not wrong. Because as soon as Rasheeda caught wind of the betrayal, she didn't just confront Yandy behind the scenes. Oh no, she brought the storm too. The screen dot in a confessional colder than a mother-in-law's stare. Rasheeda dropped the line that had producers screaming, "We're not even friends like that anymore." Boom. That wasn't shade. That was a full eclipse. But guess who caught the heat, too? Rasheeda herself. Because just when she thought she was the victim, Tasha K came back for seconds and dragged Rasheeda into her own mess. Allegedly, Rasheeda's been gossiping too. Texts, leaks, a little flirtation with the same PR guy Yandy's side dude hired. Girl, what were you doing? So, now we're left wondering, was Rasheeda betrayed? Or was she playing both sides too? That's the beauty of reality chaos. Everybody's dirty, and nobody's loyal. Period. And just when we thought it couldn't get wilder, Kendra Robinson decided to speak. Yes, Kendra, Miss, I'm a lawyer, not a fighter. Who stayed with Jock through every scandal short of a federal indictment. Suddenly had the nerve to chime in like she ain't been cheated on in HD. She co-signed Rasheeda's statement like she was printing contracts. Girl, if you don't sit down with your man who still don't know how to delete his DMs. But it gets deeper because according to anonymous sources, Yandy's silence isn't guilted strategy. Word on the street is her team is documenting everything. Deleted tweets, shady confessionals, even old footage from back in season 6. Because when you accuse a woman of faking a marriage and snitching on her friends, that ain't just drama, that's defamation. And baby Yandy didn't go to law school, but her lawyer did, so now we've got legal teams circling. Fan bases dividing, and producers panicking because this wasn't supposed to happen. It was meant to be petty TV. Instead, it turned into a full-blown franchise breakdown. And this is just the beginning. So now that Rasheeda's confessional body slammed Yandy Smith and shook the whole love and hip-hop universe, you'd think that would be the climax, right? Wrong. That was just the appetizer because baby, what followed was war. And no shade, no subliminals, straight-up reality TV warfare with blogs, bar receipts, and anonymous sources flying out of every corner of the internet like it was Black Friday, in the gossip aisle, and at the center of this media storm. The one person who seems to be laughing the hardest is Tasha K, the queen of receipts, the reigning champion of spilling all the tea. And the woman who can turn a mess into a money-making spectacle faster than you can say on C. While the whole world was watching Rasheeda's emotional confessional about Yandy's betrayal, Tasha K was out here playing chess, while everyone else was stuck on checkers. Let's take a minute to understand why Tasha K's name keeps coming up in every corner of this reality TV drama. Tasha isn't just your typical Instagram gossip queen. No, she's an influencer of chaos. She's the one who can make a live stream feel like an exclusive news segment. And when I say exclusive, I mean exclusive, no drama to petty, no receipt to scandalous. Tasha is there, lurking in the shadows with her cameras, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And let's be real, the perfect moment came when Rasheeda was already in the middle of a full-blown emotional meltdown. Rasheeda's confessional, which we're all still talking about, was strategically timed. As much as Rasheeda wanted to play the victim, it turns out she might have been playing the game better than anyone else. But don't get too comfortable rooting for Rasheeda just yet. Because Tasha K came in hot with a follow-up livestream that had the whole love and hip-hop world catching fire. Now Tasha didn't just throw out a few shady comments. No, she dropped the nuclear receipts. And these weren't just random gossip snippets. These were detailed, explosive leaks that painted an entirely different picture of Rasheeda's so-called betrayal. From text messages allegedly revealing Rasheeda's behind-the-scenes dealings to whispers of flirtation with the very PR guy Yandy's side dude allegedly used, Tasha K showed the world that Rasheeda's hands were far from clean. Not only was she stirring the pot with Yandy, but she might have been the one who turned the burner all the way up. But it wasn't just the leaked texts that shook things up. Tasha K's sources claimed that Rasheeda had been planning this takedown for weeks. Yes, you heard that right. While everyone thought Rasheeda was simply reacting to Yandy's betrayal, it turns out she had been orchestrating this whole thing from the jump. According to insiders, Rasheeda knew exactly what she was doing when she went in front of the cameras. She knew she had to break up the so-called friendship with Yandy, and she needed to do it in a way that would make her the victim. Cue the emotional confessional and the viral breakdown. Here's where things get even messier. Rasheeda wasn't just pulling the I'm hurt act for the cameras. Oh no, she was also allegedly working on her own reality show spin-off. Yep, according to the whispers in the industry, Rasheeda was positioning herself to be the next big star in the reality TV world. So, was her betrayal of Yandy a genuine moment of hurt, or was it a well-thought-out move to secure her spot as the leading lady of the show? Now, let's talk about the implications of these rumors. If it's true that Rasheeda has been playing the game for her own gain, then what does that say about her loyalty to Yandy? Or was Yandy the one who betrayed their friendship by spilling secrets that didn't belong to her? The truth seems to be a moving target, and the fans can't decide which side they're on. But one thing's for sure. The line between real and scripted is starting to blur. Reality TV is supposed to be all about authenticity, right? Well, what happens when you realize that the authenticity you're watching might actually be a carefully crafted performance? Tasha K, however, wasn't the only one making moves behind the scenes. Enter the other bombshell in this whole saga, Mendeecees. Yes, Mendeecees, who has been mostly silent up until now, is allegedly preparing to speak out. Word on the street is that he's got receipts of his own? And from what insiders are saying, Mendeecees is ready to set the record straight. He's tired of being dragged into this mess of a love triangle, and he's not about to let anyone talk about his marriage without putting things into perspective. Apparently, Mendeecees is planning to drop some serious bombshells during the reunion, and his team has already warned the producers to prepare for a showdown. And you know what that means: more chaos, more drama, and more explosive revelations that fans are just waiting to consume. Mendeecees isn't just going to sit back and let Yandy take the heat for all this. He's got the receipts, and he's ready to throw down. But here's the kicker: while Rasheeda, Yandy, and Mendeecees are caught up in this web of drama, Kendra Robinson has somehow wormed her way into the situation. Kendra, who has been known for her calm demeanor and her position as a supportive partner to Jock, has suddenly become a vocal participant in this mess. And let's be honest, Kendra's commentary has left many fans scratching their heads. She's co-signing Rasheeda's betrayal story, despite the fact that her own relationship with Jock has been less than perfect. Fans aren't buying it, and they've been quick to call out Kendra's hypocrisy. Now, Kendra's role in this feud is curious, to say the least. She may have some truths to share, but given her own messy relationship history, can she really be the one to point fingers at anyone else? The fans don't think so. Comments have flooded social media, questioning Kendra's credibility. After all, she stayed with a man who cheated on her during their engagement photo shoot. So what does that say about her own judgment? But it's not just the fans who are noticing Kendra's involvement. The producers love a good storyline, and Kendra's sudden rise to relevance could be a strategic move to bring her more into the spotlight. We all know how reality TV works. If you want to stay on the show, you've got to stir the pot. And Kendra, whether she intended to or not, has definitely got the attention of the fans and the producers. So where does that leave us? The whole situation is a tangled web of lies, deceit, and messy confessions. Yandy's keeping her silence, allegedly letting her legal team handle things. Rasheeda's trying to play the victim, but the leaks make it clear she might have been plotting this all along. And Kendra, well, she's trying to carve out her own piece of the drama, even if it means stirring the pot in the most embarrassing way possible. The stage is set for the reunion, and it's looking like it's going to be one for the history books. Will Rasheeda's boutique survive the backlash? Will Yandy and Mendeecees expose more than they bargained for? Will Kendra ever stop embarrassing herself? The drama isn't over, and with every passing day, more receipts, more whispers, and more chaos are bound to spill over. And Tasha K. Well, she's still out here playing the game like a pro, ready to drop the next round of explosive tea at the perfect moment. Stay tuned, because this reality war zone is just getting started. We haven't even hit the climax yet, and the truth is more tangled than ever. And as the drama continues to escalate, the final stage of this reality TV battle is about to take place: the reunion. You thought the fights were over? Nah, honey. This is when the real fireworks begin. The producers are scrambling, the cast members are throwing shade like it's confetti, and the fans are sitting on the edge of their seats, waiting to see who's going to burn bridges and who's going to rise from the ashes. But the real kicker, it's all being handled behind the scenes. And while the cast members think they're still in control, the truth is, the producers have had a hand in this whole circus from the beginning. That's right, this whole thing could have been staged. I know, you're thinking, how could they fake all of this? But let's be real for a second. If you've been watching Love and Hip Hop for even a minute, you know that nothing is as it seems. Everything is carefully orchestrated for maximum drama, maximum ratings, and maximum chaos. Now, let's talk about Mendeecees, because while Rasheeda and Yandy are duking it out, Mendeecees has been low-key plotting his own move. According to insiders, Mendeecees is ready to bring the heat. He's not staying silent anymore. If you thought he was just going to sit back and let Yandy take all the heat, you're mistaken. Mendeecees is coming for blood, and he's ready to drop some receipts that'll make your jaw hit the floor. From what sources are saying, Mendeecees has been collecting his own evidence, documenting everything. We're talking text messages, receipts, and even personal contracts. His mission? To expose anyone who's tried to drag his marriage into the drama. And you know what? He's ready to defend his wife Yandy in front of the whole world. And, trust me, the fans are going to eat this up. It's a showdown that's been brewing for a while. And when Mendeecees finally speaks up, it's going to be explosive. But let's not forget about Rasheeda. She's been playing the victim for so long that it's hard to see if she even knows who the real enemy is anymore. Sure, Yandy might have spilled some secrets, but was she really the one who caused all the chaos? Or was it Rasheeda, trying to flip the script for her own gain? Tasha K's expose revealed that Rasheeda was allegedly working behind the scenes, plotting her confessional takedown for weeks. She knew she had to make her move, and she knew exactly how to do it, playing the victim to perfection. And what about Kendra? Oh, Kendra's still trying to make her mark. She might have been quiet for a while, but now she's coming out swinging. Some might argue that she's trying to make herself relevant in the midst of all this drama. And maybe they're right. Kendra has been trying to insert herself into the drama from the start, and now she's backing Rasheeda's claims. But the real question is, should we even be listening to her? After all, she stayed with a man who cheated on her publicly, and now she wants to chime in on someone else's relationship. Girl, bye. The fans are already divided. Some are Team Rasheeda, some are Team Yandy, and some are just here for the drama, hoping for a meltdown. But the truth is, this whole saga has gotten out of hand. What started as a few spilled secrets has turned into a full-blown war, and nobody's safe. Not even the producers. Allegedly, they've been scrambling behind the scenes to keep the cast in line, to make sure the drama doesn't get too out of hand. But when Tasha K dropped those receipts, she turned everything upside down. Now, even the producers are in damage control mode, trying to make sure the cast doesn't tear the show apart before the reunion. And speaking of the reunion, we all know that's when the real drama happens. Fans are eagerly awaiting the explosive moments, and the tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Rasheeda's demanding a solo segment, and Yandy's playing the cool, calm, and collected role. At least, that's what we think. But, behind the scenes, Yandy's allegedly prepping a comeback of her own. Her silence might seem like a strategy to avoid drama, but what if it's actually a master move? What if she's waiting for the perfect moment to drop the receipts that'll end this whole thing once and for all? The stakes are high. For Rasheeda, this could be the moment that either makes or breaks her. Will her boutique survive the backlash? Will she be able to salvage her public image after everything that's come out? Or will her brand crumble under the weight of all the drama? As for Yandy, her silence might be golden, but it's also risky. Is she just letting the chaos unfold? Or is she gathering her own ammunition for the final showdown? And what about Tasha K? She's still out here running the streets with her expos. Is she just here for the clout? Or does she genuinely have a vendetta against these women? Whatever her motives are, it's clear that Tasha K has positioned herself as the queen of reality TV gossip. She's got the receipts, she's got the followers, and she's got everyone's attention. So, what's next for her? Will she continue to be the puppet master behind all of this, or will she eventually become a casualty of the drama she helped create? In the end, it all boils down to this. Who's really in control here? Is it Rasheeda, playing the victim and stirring the pot? Is it Yandy, silently watching everything unfold while secretly preparing for her legal battle? Or is it Tasha K, the queen of chaos, who's pulling the strings from behind the scenes? One thing's for sure, this reunion is going to be the most explosive one yet. And when the smoke clears, only one person will come out on top. As for Kendra, well, let's be real, her moment of relevance is fleeting. The fans are already over her "I told you so" commentary. When the dust settles, she'll probably go back to her quiet life with Jock, trying to pretend she's above the drama. But we all know she'll be back next season, riding the wave of whatever mess happens next. So, here we are, at the end of this roller coaster of a saga. And let's be real, there's no way this is the last we're going to hear of these women. They've got their brands, their drama, and their legacies to protect. But as for this chapter, well, it's over, or is it? With the reunion just around the corner and new scandals popping up left and right, you better believe the drama isn't over. It's only getting started. And when it all goes down, make sure you're ready, because baby, it's going to be a ride. Keep your eyes glued to the screen, because the truth is coming and it's messier than ever. And you know what? With all this drama, there's no way this show can just wrap up quietly. There's always a new twist, always someone with a new secret to reveal, and always more tea to spill. From the shady PR deals to the scripted blow-ups, this reality TV world isn't just about the drama, it's about who's got the power to control the narrative. And right now, it's a full-blown free-for-all. When the reunion airs, make sure you're there for the chaos. Because while Rasheeda may want to be the face of betrayal, and Yandy may be quietly watching the storm, one thing's certain: Tasha K will have the last laugh. And baby, This reality TV war is only heating up. Grab your popcorn and stay tuned, because the tea's still hot, and the show is far from over.